Into the final group games we go now over in the Copa America with Venezuela on the brink of qualification. Will they get it right this time around? Let's get into it. That's right, folks, back once again with another match preview. Looking forward to match number 3 over in Copa America as Jamaica take on Venezuela over in Group B. And we'll get to it in a second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button. Your one-stop shop for Copa America is right here under one Rooski. Venezuela on the brink of the quarterfinals. Jamaica, I think, mathematically, they may be already going home. We'll get into all of that and more in a second. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. And again, if you're new, smash your subscribe. Your one-stop shop for Copa America is right here, boys and girls. We're looking for 50 likes on the vid. If you can, that would be absolutely fantastic. But let's get into it and waste no more further ado and have a look at it then, shall we? It is Jamaica, it is Venezuela, and this match coming at you very, very soon, of course, according to my eyes, around about Sunday, June the 30th. Now let's take a look at these nations. Of course, Jamaica, I think, dare I say it, may already be eliminated. They've qualified. I've been here 3 times in the past, never made it out of the group stages, and guess what, folks? It doesn't look like that's happening this time around. Managed by Himia Holgrimson with the star man Leon Bailey, who was a no-show, absolute no-show in this competition. He was selected at the start of the competition to be on the roster, but he wasn't here. He never showed up. Meanwhile, Group B was their venue. With they had odds at 9-1 to win the group, 5-1 to qualify. To win the fifth flipping thing, 150-1. Now, those odds do not exist as Jamaica. It's impossible for them to qualify. I did expect for them to not make it out of the group stage regardless. All right, then, let's take a look at the resume then for Jamaica. They, of course, coming into this on the back of 2 successive defeats. Lost to Mexico in the opening day. That was back on June 22nd. They then followed that up with a defeat also to Ecuador, which put them on the scrap heap with only the possibility of 3 points. They could avoid the wooden spoon technically, but they need to turn around a goal swing and hope that Mexico or Ecuador fail to get a point. But ultimately they are out. There's no way, no how they can qualify because both Ecuador and Mexico meet each other. And of course that one will result in somebody getting a point. If not all 3. Let's take a look then at the key personnel that was expected to be here. That, of course, squad got shrunk down considerably. The back there, we've got Michael Hector, we've got Dishon Bernard, Public of a Reed, Michael Antonio, Damari Gray as well. We were hoping that they would be parts of a key team that could get the Reggae boys into the knockout stages, but guess what? They couldn't do it. But this is my starting 11 for you, and it coming in the shape of this. All right, we've got Shaquan Davis between the sticks, Ethan Pinnock, Jolata Badu, Dishon Bernard, Gregory Lee, Casey Palmer, Bobby Reed, Dexter Lebesca, Damari Gray, Michael Antonio, and Shamar Nicholson up top. These guys are already eliminated, we know that. But of course, standing in the way are the leaders right now. And what a tournament it's been so far for Venezuela. We've been here 19 times in the past. They were the best ever performance was back in 2011 where they're 4th. Currently, they're on set, could be on track to at least match that performance. They're, of course, managed by Fernando Bastita. And of course, the star man is Yangel Herrera. They are in Group B, where they had odds 11-2 to win the group, to qualify 13-8 to win the thing. They were at 66-1. Guess what, folks? Those odds have shrunk dramatically. 33-1 at the moment for Venezuela. I expected they would have crashed out at this stage, but they are already through. It looks like, in fact, they are through. 54th ranked in the world. Quick look at the resume then for Venezuela. They opened up with that 2-1 win over Ecuador. They, of course, were handicapped with a man down. Ecuador, Venezuela coming out on top there in the all-South American affair. Then they took on Mexico to basically seal their spot into the last 16, so into the last 8. Whether they may or may not be confirmed as group winners. It does, at a point, will secure top spot for Venezuela heading into this. But I also think maybe the head-to-head might also give them the benefit of the doubt. So Venezuela well on track to make the quarterfinals. How far can they go? Well, we'll see about that. Let's take a look at the key personnel then for Venezuela with the likes of Thomas Rincon, Yangel Herrera, Salomon Rondon, of course, Jose Andres Martinez, and Rafael Romo at the back. Of course, we're going to have a starting 11 and for you. Let's take a look at it. With this, we have got Romo between the sticks, Navarro, Angel, Osario, Gonzalez, Rincon, Herrera, Martinez, Belo, Rondon, and Soteldo make up my 11 for Venezuela. But what about the game itself then? Now, these two nations will be locking horns at the Q2 Stadium on the 30th of June, 2024. That's right, Jaime Haragua sends Jamaica up against Bastilla's Venezuela. They have played each other 3 times in 2011. Just 1 win for Jamaica, 2 for Venezuela. No draws so far. Jamaica, though, on 50% form heading into this one. Back-to-back defeats for them, not great at the moment. Meanwhile, Venezuela unbeaten in the last 3 matches, but back-to-back wins, most importantly. The most recent match between these two sides was back in June 2016. Venezuela came in on top with a 1-0 win. But the bookies have current favourites Venezuela 11-10 on for the victory. 60-5 is Jamaica. The draw is at 12-5. The public vote also backing that of Venezuela. 60% of the vote. Jamaica 31%, and the draw is just 8% as of recording. What about me on this one? Well, I did not expect this from Venezuela at all. I was hoping more that will come down to this game, that Jamaica would have a chance to get to the quarterfinals. But guess what? Jamaica not showed up. Venezuela have shown up. And I think they'll get their what they need in this one. I'm going for a 1-0 win for Venezuela. Their tails are up. The optimism is high. And you just don't know with this Venezuela side just how far they'll go in this competition. The Reggae Boys will go home, licking their wounds, and hopefully come back again more prepped and more ready to go for the qualifiers for the World Cup. As for Venezuela, they'll take this and, of course, use it as momentum moving forward into the last 8, aka the quarterfinals. That's it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about this one. We'll look forward to seeing what you've got and what we've got as we come back to the quarterfinal stages. But until then, we're done.